we're going to do some tracking today. My two haven't done any tracking in a month or two at least now. Yeah, probably a month or two. So I'm going to warm them up, remind them on the indications, on the nice easy dishes. And also introducing these little washers as articles for them. And that's in prep when they're ready for some more hard surface tracking, which I'll be concentrating on over winter. Use these on hard surface just because they're much smaller. They have to work harder to find them, but that's kind of the whole point, because on hard surface tracking, they have to work so much harder to keep on that ground scent. But there's also no visual. They can't see it, you know. That down the high street, they're going to notice it a mile away. Whereas this, they have to really work to find it. To begin with, though, I'm going to pair the two. He knows the big article very well, so... Oh, bloody hell. I'm just going to have the washer inside, just to introduce it to him. Well, up, 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 up. Pop it down. Straight to his indication. And I'll just do that waterfall. You can see he's fairly happy with this. So, to be fair, I'm just going to jump straight on because that was solid. One article goes back. Come on, bud. Let's find some space. Washer goes down. Frames it. Touches it. With the indications that I like, it starts with a nose touch that centralises the article. So it's between the paws. Then they move into a down. I was lazy, didn't even get up. That's fine though. You show me exactly where it is. One more, mister. Come on up, up. Yes, good lad. He's not missed a beat here. Well done, Wilson. Super. I go switch it out. See how Tilly does with this one. See if she generalises onto the washer as easy as Wilson did. That is the first time he's seen one of these washers. But because he knows his indication so well, it's generalised. Well, so generalised really easy for him. Well done, buddy. Yeah, come on. And right, I'll go get Till. Then we're going to set up some tracks. As I said before, nice and simple, low, 10 to 1, 20 to 1. Let's just give them some success. Let's give them a bit of confidence again. It's a bit damp, the grass. There's a little bit of a breeze. In some parts it's a bit longer, maybe a couple of inches. I'll try and use the shorter grass because the longer grass will be too easy for them. Cool, back in a minute. Good boy, well. Should we go and get Tilly? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Come here, you bloody idiot. Yeah, that's what you get when you've got an engaged dog. They bloody well into everything. Just check this is still bloody recording. Yeah, right. Tilly's turn. We'll grab some. Is that a freebie, miss? Grab an article and a washer. Again, same drill as with Mr. Wilson. Use the article she knows well to help build up the picture for the washers, which will be brand new. So I'm going to have them inside. Try and pair the two together. And again, those articles are in prep for our hard surface tracking because they'll see that a mile away. Come on, Till. Pop it down. Touch of a nose to centralise. Frame between her paws. Lays down. Awesome. Month or two off. Maybe even more. That was still great, Tilly. Move it. Indicate straight away. Probably stronger than ever. All right. That was simple. That was easy. She was picking it up just as quick as Wilson. So I'm going to pop the article back in with the others and just work on the washer. Touching it down. Yes. Well done, Till. Give her plenty there. Pick it up, just move it a bit. Touching her down. Stares at it. Super. Touching her. Super. I like Tilly to be staring at the article. I'm not too fussed with Wilson as long as he's framed it between his front two paws. Because Tilly likes to try and catch the treats as they drop. And they normally ping off about 4 foot. You imagine when we're tracking, she's working the track really well. Then she shoots off after a treat. She has to come back and find it again. It's totally counterproductive. So I want her staring at it. But that's the only reason. Yeah, she's picking this up nicely. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to release her. Okay, throw a treat and just change where the article is. She saw that a bit. No problem. Just help just building it for her. Okay. She's hunting for that treat. That's good. That's going to distract her. She picks up that treat. How does she come get another? Does she hunt on for the article? You can see she's a little confused. I'm just going to let her work, let her problem solve. Little head knock, touch, down. Awesome. I think they're some of the biggest moments for learning. She wasn't 100%. She chose to problem solve. She picked up scent of the article. Remember, these washers have got much less on compared to those dishes or the rubber pieces. And they're much harder to see. This is why she's getting plenty here. Nice big jackpot for problem solving, figuring it out. She wasn't 100%. Tilly, okay. And then she figured it out, got a win, and she got a massive win for it. Super. And I think that'll do for Tilly today. Well, that'll do for Tilly for our indication warm-up. Okay, I'll tell. I'll pop this back with the others, and here's a top tip for you actually. I keep all my articles in one of these bags, and I always put a fresh scented article in there. So all the stuff in there smells of me, well most of the track in there for me anyway. Let me see what we got in today. One of George's from Evergreen Paws, or Evergreen Creative I think it is now. If you're in the Northwest, you should go check her out. Great man trailing instructor. Right, I'm going to pop Tilly away, lay out some tracks, and see how they do. Alright, we'll set up a 10, probably a 10, starting at a 10-to-1 ratio and then spreading out to a 20-to-1 with a bit of a curve in it. So I'm going to mix the articles up. I'll put plenty in my pocket and we'll see what I put down. But I am going to put some washers in there as well. Alright, got our start flag. Works out quite well here. I don't know if you can tell with the grass. The grass is quite long and thick here, and it gets a little bit shorter as we head over to the other side of the field. But flag goes down. Let's start on a nice easy article for him. So we Wilson first, and we're just going to walk it out. 3, 4. It's about 10 steps. What I'm actually going to do here is put another easy article, but have a washer in it. Just slowly helping build that picture. Okay, we'll have a big bit of rubber. And then we'll slowly just arc left. And this is where we'll have his first. See how he does on that one. His first washer. We'll curve round. Yeah, we'll add a tiny bit. Second washer. Quite hidden that one. And then we'll finish on a rubber. Cool. We're only single lane it, so that's just walking it out once. So I'm just going to hop skip my way around and go and grab Mr. Wilson. Are you good? I know Ramsey borrowed this yesterday. Will it smell? Does it smell funny? If you not care, I don't think you care, do you? I don't think you care at all. Okay, 1, 2. One line. Right there, mister. Wait there, you. Now we'll get started in a second. Let's just make sure this is up tight. Feeling ready? Track? Yes. Yes, good lad. Awesome. So that one's got the washer in as well. Again, maybe, just maybe, helping build that picture for him. Articles up, bead cracks on. Just come up to his rubber. Super, what an amazing indication. Well done, Will. As it gets more difficult, you kind of come off the line a little. And it's a washer instead of, there he is coming off the line, and it's a washer instead of a big article. I've got a feeling he's bypassed that there, but he's back on it. So just that corner, it was just a bit too close. Yes. So he's missed those washers. Good lad. Lovely tracking, just missed those washers. That's why we're doing it. Bringing him. Well, finish. Finish. Will struggled on those washers. He's fine on his other articles. I'm going to really double down on just working on them. So I'm just going to lay a little 5-to-1 track here. That's 5 steps for every article. A really basic track, but I want to, really I should do a bit more work away. There we go, not too many out, nice straight line from him. I'm going to double lay it. The indications on these could probably do with a bit more work away from the track, but as you saw earlier, he was acing it, so let's see if we can problem solve as we go. So he's not really working the scent much here. A double laid track in these conditions is fairly basic for Wilson, so this should all be about our new articles and indications. Track. Yes, good boy. Track. Yes, good boy. So I want the success on these articles. Track. Yeah, good boy, Will. Track on, buddy. Yeah, good boy, Will. Well done. That will do for introducing them today. Well done, Will. Finish. Okay, laying one for Mr. Till and looking at how much Wilson struggled. Generalising those indications on the track to the washers. I'm going to start on a washer, but I'm going to be using the other articles more. Like before, washer in the little cup. Help build that picture as much as we can. I'm not going to focus on with Till, I'm just going to take my time introducing it with her. She struggled a little bit more when we were just doing the indication exercise. We'll just go back to that and work on that another time. Another washer in a cup there. I'm going to add a bit of a curve here. Again, just a nice simple ratio. 10 to 15 to 1. There's a tricky one here. We've got one just washer. Let's see how she does. This is working on her indications. This is just practicing some foundations. And I do want it to succeed, so I'm going to double lay it and walk it back. And then I'll go grab her. Can you tell? Track? Yes. That's a decent start. Let's go up. She tracks on. There we go. Article in the cup. Let's help generalise that a little bit if we can. Snuffles them down and tracks on. Yes, good girl. Indicates lovely on the rubber. See, she knows the other articles very well, but just not these washers, which gives us something to practice before we take them onto hard surface. Yes, another cup with a washer in. Just doing what we can to help build that picture. So we come off the line a little. She's holding that perfect. Article indication, yes, good girl. And comes up. Okay, this is the tough. I think this is where it's just a washer. Is yes, good girl, Tell. I'm sorry for saying I didn't think you'd get it. You've shown Wilson up. Good girl. Yes, good girl, TT. Well done. I'll give her a jackpot there. Finish. Come on, this way, Till. Alright, just finishing off, tidying up. We did a couple of extra tracks each just to, well, they did a couple of extra tracks each just to help. Just keep chipping away at your understanding. Well, the accuracy needed for these articles compared to the bigger ones. Again, they've not done it in 2 months, so we just come out, had some fun. Where Wilson struggled and missed a few of them, again, we just made that easier on his next one. It was double laid and there was lots of chances to get him right, and he succeeded. And Tilly exceeded my expectations then by hitting all of the washers on her first track out. After that, we just did a couple where they were working a bit more ground sense, so they were single laid, and it was like a 30 to 1 ratio rather than a 10 to 1, so much more distance between the articles. That's it. Slow and steady wins the race. They get 10 minutes of play at the end. I'll join in with them once I've tidied up. And I get home, have some lunch.